Back with part 2. So I killed the dragon twice. I left him alive. So basically you kill him and you run back here before they give you the souls. You sit and it keeps him alive, but when you get up from the bonfire, you know, it gives you the souls, whatever. So all I did is I put all the points into faith and I put one into mind, just for the time being. So I'm level 36 right now. From here, we're going to want to go down to Third Church America again. We're going to accomplish a couple things. So, quickly on the map. Put a point on this map fragment. And somewhere like right there is another grace. So we're going to hit those couple things. From that grace that we're going to pick up, we're going to grab the other half of the Dectus medallion. So we're basically just heading south. We're going to kind of follow the road, and that should run us right into the map fragment. Might be bears. They're not a big threat here, unless you provoke the rune bear, like I might. So, map fragment, and then right here is a cookbook. And we're just going to continue on this road. We should come past the Mistwood Ruins, where you hear the howling. That's important. Once we get to our site of grace, we're going to warp back to Church of Ella, talk to Kale, get the finger snap emote, come back, and snap and get Blade down, or Blythe, whatever his name is. And then we'll warp back here, we'll get the Dectus medallion half, and be on our way. So, just gonna warp over, Church of Ella, talk to Kale, get the finger snap emote. Ask him about the howling in the Mistwoods. Get the emote. And we're done with him for now. We're going to go ahead and equip the emote. Finger snap. We're going to warp back to Fort Height. Hop on Torrent and head right back to the Mistwood Ruins. This is, once we complete his first part of his quest line, he's going to give us access to a Somber 2. He'll give us a free one. Just going to go around. And right here. This is where we're going to do our emote. He'll come down, we'll talk to him. I don't know why this dude's walking, but alright. So, hop on your horse real quick. Jump this wall. There's like 3 Trina lilies in this area. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. So we're gonna just boogie. We're gonna get the hell out of here. That is not where we wanted to go. We want to warp back down to Fort Height West. Just quickly. Hop on Torrent, and you'll follow the road up to the east into Fort Height. We'll grab this golden seed. Boogie past all this stuff. Hop off a torrent, that way you can move faster. And we're just going to make our way up here. Don't stop, just keep going. That knight's going to be coming, he should miss. And once we get to the top, we're going to quit out to the main menu. We'll load back into our game. Everything will have despawned and de-aggroed. We can grab the medallion and carry on. So now we have both halves of the Dectus medallion. That's going to allow us access into the royal capital. From here, we're going to go back to Agile Lake North. Hop on Torrent. Let's just see. Yeah, we're going to make our way down here. Right where that circle is. Before we get there, there is going to be a site of grace. So we'll want to pick that up. As long as you stay around the edge, nobody should aggro. If they do, you're far enough away from them, they can't do anything to you. Just over there's those rocks and that first tree in front of me, there's a site of grace. You'll definitely want to pick that up before doing this next part. Hop back on Torrent and continue south up the hill to this Everjail. Now this is important because this is going to give us, if you didn't run around and grab all the somber stones with me, you'll be able to purchase 1 through 4 after we complete this. So right here, you'll notice the yellow summon sign. Go ahead and summon him in. Let him spawn in, let his little dialogue end. And see, now he's in fight mode, so we'll go over here. Try not to die. And this is a pretty easy fight. As long as you let him do a lot of the heavy lifting. I suggest doing jump attacks. So once it puts us outside of the Everjail, Wily will be right here. We want to talk to him, exhaust his dialogue. He gives us a somber 2. He tells us about E.G., the blacksmith, and that's who we're going to buy somber stones 1 through 4 from, if you didn't pick them up. So from here, hop on Torrent if it lets you. Head north to the bottom of the hill, and once you see the road, turn right and follow that road to the south. No need to stop and fight anything. I notice on my game it's getting dark, so once we get over to the other side of this bridge, I'm going to make it daytime. If you leave at nighttime, those cavalry knights will be out. And I don't want to deal with those this early. We're going to go ahead and equip kukris. That NPC you can talk to and make some shit happen. I'm not too concerned with it for the playthrough. Stop here, grab this mace if you want, or Morning Star, and we're just going to continue south all the way up the road. It's going to take us to a site of grace off to the left. We'll go ahead and we'll sit. Oh, we ain't even got to sit, to be honest. We'll just grab it. We'll go talk to this dude over here by his pot. That's all I want from you, homie. We will get back on Torrent, and right here to the east you'll see a spirit spring. Go ahead, jump up that. You can grab the shield if you want, I'm not concerned. I'm doing this because I am doing a caster build, so you can skip this part if you want, but it's right here, why wouldn't you do it? Seek 3 wise beasts. There's 1. There's, if I can hit him, jeez. There's 2. Hop on Torrent, middle of the lake. There's 3. Now we can go in, get our shit, and have some spell slots. Take this all the way up. And then we're gonna go back down to Castlemorn Rampart. Hop on Torrent. Go through the hole in the wall. Switch to your kukris. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this hill up. Grab a golden seed just over the top of this rock here. And then we're going to circle back towards the hole in the wall for the map fragment for this area. And then we're gonna go southeast. You'll see a bright bug over here. Just grab your kukris out and get poison mist. You want that, especially if you have any type of faith. It'll make the parts ahead pretty easy. While we're here, it just makes sense. We're going to pick up all of the sacred tears from all the churches real fast. So through the hole in the wall, you'll want to turn left and go west, all the way up the hill. Basically just follow the road all the way to the church. I like to go straight, and then once I hit the edge, I know to turn right, and just follow this to the next site of grace. Just follow the edge around. And just up there on that rock, we'll have a site of grace. From this site of grace, we're gonna head like more south than east, and see a tree with some arteria leaves. We'll grab those, jump down, grab our sacred tear, and spell if you want it. If not, just pass it up. Once you exit out the front, we're going to run back to our cliffside. Once we hit the cliffside, we'll turn left. We'll follow it around until we can hop down safely, and then we'll traverse it down. Here's another important material for the walkthrough, Trina Lily. There's one. Yeah, we'll grab this site of grace, which is over here around the corner. So important if you're following me for the build also, the early build, you'll want to follow this. So we're gonna head northwest. All the way northwest. We're gonna run into some Miranda flowers, like the small ones, and in it is gonna be the Faith Knot crystal or crack tear. We want that. That's gonna give us 10 faith for three whole minutes. We'll make our way up the hill. Once you're to the top, follow the dirt road around to the right into the church, grab a site of grace and a sacred tear flask thingy. Go ahead, hop back on Torrent. Go out the front of the church. And when we're able, we're going to follow like southwest. And off in the distance you can see the top of the church right there. That's where we're headed. Now, it's important to come this way, not just for those sacred tears, but there's a bunch of Trina lilies. And those are going to be really important later. Trust me. Go ahead, sneak into the church here. Get your sacred tear and light the grace. And from here, we are going to go to gate front. Once at gate front, go on through the gate and just keep running. There's no reason to stop. We'll follow this road, pick up a golden seed, semi-important early on. And then a site of grace right here at Storm Hill Shack, I believe. So even if you didn't pick up the, or choose the stone sword key for your keepsake at the beginning, I've picked up 2, and that's all we need to get to where we need to get. So you could literally choose anything you want. We'll go ahead and exhaust her dialogue just to get her shit and come back for a golden seed sometime later. Maybe not in this playthrough, but so you don't forget it. We'll hop back on Torrent, and we're gonna go like we're going to Margit, and we're gonna want to kill this bright bug here for those of you who aren't gonna use a flail, so you can get wild strikes and put it on your morning star. Just hug the right wall, hop off a torrent, and run to the site of grace. Go ahead and sit to the aggro, and warp back to Storm Hill Shack. From Storm Hill Shack, we're gonna go south. I lied to you. We are not gonna go south. We're gonna head east. Yeah, keep, like, travel east and then northeast. You're going to want to get out along this road. And pick up a site of grace. Yep, right over here. So I would suggest buying whatever you want from this dude real quick. So if you want anything from here, go ahead and buy it now, because what we do later, you won't be able to get it for a little bit. We're gonna mark 2 spots on the map. So one here, one here. This is gonna get us our red summon sign, and possibly a talisman. And this is gonna get us another site of grace. So if we just follow it straight down. Now there's a strength knot tier way up there if you want to grab it. I'm not going to. Oh shit, maybe I will. Yeah, it's over here. That was Stormhill Shack behind us. Right around this giant is the strength knot tier. That'll give you 10 strength for 3 minutes. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the Morning Star. Or actually, if I can, I'll switch to Bloodhound's Fang. It'll probably be easier to kill this dude right at the beginning. If you are going to use the Morning Star or can't use Bloodhound Fang, running R1s or running R2s is going to be the best way. So here's our red sign. Try not to die. There we go, easy peasy. Should get the hammer talisman, yep. And then we're gonna warp back to Warmaster Shack from here. Let me get rid of this mark. And then we're gonna head to our next site of grace. So from Stormhill, our Warmaster Shack, we're gonna head between north and east. Go through this little encampment. Nothing to worry about. Shouldn't get hit by anything. Go ahead, follow the road down. If it's important to you to talk to Alexander, you take this path up to the right, which we can do. I'll just do it to get it out of the way. Charged R2s. Dang. I hate that it locks on. There we go. Exhaust his dialogue. Okay. So once that's done, go ahead. Fall down. Continue along the road to the site of grace. At the end of the bridge, there's a dude we can buy a pot from. I would suggest doing that. Cool. I hate that it does that. We're gonna continue to the east. We'll run into a road. We'll follow the road to another site of grace. And the Tibia boss. The Tibia Summoner. You can go ahead and get your wolves out. They'll be helpful to some degree. Go. Come on, dogs, get out of the way. This should do it. There we go. Once you kill him, here we go. So once you kill him, you're going to want to travel to the northeast. Stay along the edge here. Or if you want, you could fight the invader. We could beat it, but I'm not trying to waste time. Those are cookbooks I have no use for. Pick up the site of grace at the church. Come up here, hit a site of grace. I'll go ahead and sit and replenish my stuff. If you're following for this build also, make sure you got your beast torch on. And we want to kill this bug right here. We want that spell. I am going to be a pyromancer, and that's an incredibly strong spell. From there, because we have aggro, we're just going to run back to the bonfire. Now it's important to come this way, not the way that I was coming from, but to at least get to this point. Because you're going to want this other crack pot so that we can craft as many sleep pots as we can for later. Go ahead, jump over to Firewall, follow the road around to the right towards the Erd Tree. We are not going to fight this Erd Tree yet, but I will for this build, I will. Just not now. So we can avoid everything. And as long as you stay to the left side of the cliff, nothing's going to bother you. The boss won't aggro. And what we want to do is get over here onto this branch and get a free cracked pot. We'll spin our camera around and then hit up on the left stick, and it'll spin us around without dying. We'll go ahead, pick up this bonfire while we're here. It makes sense. That'll save us a trip later. And we gotta run back out. From there, go ahead and warp back to Stormhill Shack. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'll start part 3 here shortly. There's this next couple areas are pretty big, a lot of running around, but it'll all make sense and you'll appreciate it later. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.